August was a terrible month for BLs. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I don't even know where to begin. Because I couldn't stand 80% of these BLs. Like, seriously, how the hell are we still in 2025 and still not getting good BLs worthy of our time and devotion? We cook, we clean, we work our asses off, study, raise kids, write exams, take care of our elderly, our husbands, and our dogs. All for just a little peace at night, watching some quality BLs, living vicariously through cute guys on screen. And what do we get? Shitty half-assed BLs or insane-ass plots where 80-year-old grandpas are goddamn snatching their grandsons' men. Fuck my life and fuck all of these production companies. No filter, no mercy. That's the truth nobody wants to say but needs to hear. What the actual hell, Korea? How the fuck are you moving backwards with BLs in 2025? Just a year or two ago, we were getting productions that could compete with Netflix originals. Longer episodes, bigger stars, dark, mature stories, and Hwang Da-sol serving banger after banger. Now, what do we get? These small YouTube channels trying to be suck film, shooting quick web series in their parents' basements. The runtime has shrunk significantly, episodes have dropped from 8 to 6 and sometimes down to 4. The writing is so hollow, so empty, so choppy, and the acting and chemistry are even worse. Why, Korea? What the hell is wrong with your country? Why can't you think and write a substantial plot? Why can't you train your actors a little bit? Kissing isn't everything in a BL. You need a story, a setting, and a hook. I honestly give up with these people. Lost in Kyoto is from this small Chinese studio called Secret of Us. They've given us some solid BLs before, sometimes good, sometimes just possible, but this one really lost me with its storyline. I've got a laundry list of issues, but let's start with the most obvious. The actors look chopped, like someone ran them through a blender. Seriously painful to watch. Second, why the hell was it only 4 episodes? I blinked and it was over. How is the story supposed to make any sense when the whole series is that short? Was it really that hard to stay in Kyoto for 2 more days and film some more scenes? And thirdly, you didn't bother giving us any backstory to these 2 leads. Why was the ML unfaithful to his wife? Why did they think the actors could make a whole damn movie with just a camcorder and the 2 of them? And don't get me started on the sexual assault plotline. Usually there's some fictional excuse, but here, nothing. No context, no justification, just a terrible mess. All in all, a big no from me. The Promise of the Soul. I don't even know where to start with this one. To everyone who somehow managed to stomach the writing on this, mad respect. But this show was a hard pass for me. Let's get the basic negatives out first. VBL has never been a production company known for caring about acting skills or on-screen chemistry. Sure enough, there was zero chemistry and the guy playing the grandson was a terrible actor. Now for the downright disgusting and diabolical part, the storyline. What the actual fuck was that? An ugly-ass grandpa pushing 80 straight up betrays his own grandson by falling in love with his crush just because he died? And the real kicker, it's the grandfather's spirit in the grandson's body and he still falls for him? I'm puking literal green vomit just thinking about this. Don't even come at me with the red string theory, they can keep that bullshit. That shriveled up grandpa was a straight man who supposedly loved his wife. So how the hell does he suddenly fall for a dude? Forget that. At an age where you should be seeking God or whatever, you're stealing your grandchild's crush and doing unholy things with him. Put that grandpa behind bars. And the young guy? Zero interest in the grandson at first, but as soon as he finds out it's the grandpa inside, he starts falling for him. No thank you. I can't even with this drama. It's the strangest, most bizarre and worst BL I've ever seen. Also, that grandpa was ugly as hell. Brace yourselves because I'm about to swim against the tide of BL fandom here. And if you wanna hate me for it, go ahead. But this show was a complete garbage. Absolutely terrible. Chance, a talented actor, was wasted on this nonsense. Let me start with Junshi's actor. Honestly, what a disaster. His acting was so amateurish and immature, he tanked every single scene he was in. Watching him was like watching a kid who showed up on set by mistake. And when Hantuo got all touchy-feely, Junshi's reaction screamed, "I hate this!" with that shut mouth and stiff body language. It wasn't sexy, it was uncomfortable as hell. Hantuo's character was written like a broken record, needy, miserable, and controlling. His jealousy routine ran like a low-budget soap opera, controlling who Junshi talked to, brooding and sulking every damn episode. By episode 6 or 7, I had had enough because apparently that's their whole damn plot. This drama dragged like a rough hangover and had zero exciting or memorable moments. Overall, I hated it. I really hope Chance lands a mature, darker BL soon and never has to tolerate that co-star's awful presence again, because he really sucks ass. Connected with me about 60%. It was okay, nothing spectacular. The storyline was simple and the actors did well given the tiny script and budget they had to work with. I finished it in about 30 minutes and honestly I don't remember much of it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. Just kind of there. Same deal with the Nameless season. I could literally copy and paste what I said about Connect word for word. These small YouTube channels trying to make a quick buck by churning out short BLs might be hustling, but every new mediocre show just chips away at Korea's already shaky BL reputation. Honestly, I don't know whether to applaud them for the effort or roast them for dragging the scene down even more. It honestly pains me to even talk about this drama because it started with so much promise. But then it turned boring and dragged on so much towards the middle and end that I lost interest halfway through. It had all the classic ingredients for success: childhood friends to lovers, an abusive mother trope to add some grit, and a UK struggling with self-confidence. But they totally ruined it by making the actors act like awkward 15-year-olds instead of men pushing 30 who are supposed to be in a relationship. If you keep teasing viewers with skinship in every episode but never actually deliver, it gets exhausting after a while. The chemistry completely died when they acted so timid around each other as if they'd never seen a person before. What kind of adult couple doesn't have a physical relationship? They also tanked the series with repetitive, childish subplots every episode and never focused on actually developing the relationship. And that homophobic kiss, it literally made me want to puke and shit at the same time. Overall, this series was a huge letdown. This one's gonna piss some people off, but I wouldn't have created this channel if I was afraid of what shippers think. Honestly, Ah and Boom as Mech and Deck were the heart of the show, and I loved their dynamic. Their chemistry made the series watchable and gave me reasons to stick with it. But unfortunately, everything else around them dragged hard. Every single scene without Mech and Deck felt slow, boring, and totally void of emotion. Great and In turned the NC scenes into the most painfully dull moments imaginable. I swear they took lessons from Z and Nunu on how to make their scenes feel like a sleep aid. Great's acting did improve a bit from his last drama, but the script was so bland it drained all the energy from the series. Honestly, GMM TV has kind of ruined period dramas for me. Memoir of Rati came off as incredibly dull and unoriginal. In didn't even bother learning French properly and spoke it like gibberish, showing he didn't care much about proving himself as an actor or a performer. Meg and Deck's storyline was the highlight, but even though they were the focus, their arc felt like an afterthought. I never quite understood why they acted like close friends even after a 5-year time jump. At this point, GMM TV relies on Aw and Boom to bring some much-needed spark to their otherwise bland hospital food level BLs. I honestly didn't have much expectations from this series, but it surprised me in the best way. I really loved it. I'm a sucker for the bully to lover trope in BLs anyway, but this wasn't your typical bully to lover story. It was more like a misunderstood and awkward UK slowly falling for a reserved Sundre seme. This was such a happy surprise for me. The acting was so palpable that I completely forgot they were acting and fully immersed myself in their little world. This series shows that even misfits in society have a place and someone who loves them deeply and unconditionally. The NC scene at the end blew me away. It was completely off-brand from how the series had been going so far, so I was totally shook by how intense and real it was. The kisses took my breath away and completely stole my heart, hitting every spot perfectly, winning over my short top, talkative bottom loving soul, and sending me straight to cloud 9. I would recommend this BL to everyone. If you haven't watched it yet, what are you even doing? And my number one BL of August, without a doubt, has to be none other than Kill to Love, and I couldn't be more satisfied. Alright, that's my honest take on August BL roller coaster. Loved, hated, cried, or laughed? Drop your real thoughts below. Hit like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you don't miss honest reviews from me. See you in the next one. Bye.